世界中に突如出現した竜の尻尾。謎の美少女シオンに導かれ、向かう先はフランスモン・サン・ミシェル。ケロロ行きまーす。私たちも行くわよ。一緒に行くでありますか。っていうか観光旅行。
ドラゴンはまさかタママ
なんですと。みんなどうしてしまったでありますか。私たちの声が聞こえてない。おじさま嘘でしょ。こうなったら我が輩も超劇場版ケロロ軍曹激震ドラゴンウォリアーズであります。
Welcome, everybody, to Chou Gekijouban Gekishin. Fuck, I messed it up. Sergeant Frog. Chou Gekijouban Keroro Gunsou Gekishin Dragon Wariatsu. Something like that. Just saying. Right. Starting a new game here. This is my next Let's Play. I'm gonna go. This is how I'm gonna deal with the cutscenes. You see, it's in Japanese. A lot of the cutscenes are just like this. There's no like full motion cutscene thing like there was the opening. So I'm just gonna skip them. Boop. Skipped. Second of all, right. Not gonna explain much. I'm gonna apologize right off the bat that some of the sound effects are a little bit garbled, as you heard from the title screen. And I'm just gonna jump right in now. So we have the 5 playable characters, and they all have their different special abilities. Keroro, which is our main character, Sergeant Keroro, as it were. He's our main character, and he is Klonoa. Hooray for Namco Bandai being original. He basically does this, like I just said, he's Keroro, or Klonoa. He can do just like Klonoa can. He can take his enemies and use them as platforms, or use them for double jumps, use them for killing other enemies, so on and so forth. Every character has their own specific food item. When they get that food item, they display a little bit of an animation, idle animation, a little bit of a special animation, and they get max health. All this stuff all these things, they're just tutorial stuff. They're not really important considering I can't read them, but I already know what to do, so there. The Kero Ball, what we're using to do all this cool stuff Keroro can do, can break blocks, as you saw a second ago. Those stars we're collecting, tiny stars are worth 1, big stars are worth 5, I believe. Same thing with these gems. The stars give you, when you get 100, you get an extra life. The gems, however, let you use special abilities. Every character has their own little human partner down here on the bottom screen. Down here in the corner we have Fuyuki for Keroro. And when you do use them, they have special effects. Fuyuki's being... Oh, looks like double time. Yep, double time. And a health bonus. So that's nice. I had no idea what Fuyuki's did until I used it just now. I honestly never really used the human partners. I used them all once to show them, but... oh, right. Every stage there's at least one Gundam model, or Keropla model probably, actually. And we just collected it. Keroro, another one of his gimmicks is that he can use these blocks. Just like he uses, like, enemies, except they're blocks, so you can jump on them. Pretty much any enemy Keroro you can grab and use. Every character, I don't know when it explains this about the other characters, but it's part of a tutorial later on. Every character can use a charge-up attack. Keroro's lets him do this. Oh. Huh. That's actually really helpful to figure out for something later on. And so that's Keroro. That's basically everything we need to know about him. When you saw earlier, I picked up a flag. Down in the corner, you see that, down in the corner of the top screen, this screen over here where the gameplay is actually happening, you see a silhouetted flag. The point of the levels is to take a flag and take it to one of these. Some stages have upwards from 2, 3, 4, 5 flags. I think 5's the max in a stage. But when you take the last flag to the last pole, end stage. And you get a little thing, auto-saving, so on and so forth. And you unlock the next stage. And some more Angel Moi is talking to us a little bit. I can't tell if her name is Moise or Moi. In the anime they call her Moi. Now we have to play as Tamama because, as you can see on the stage things, they have the little emblems and colors. You can only play as that specific character on that stage. There's some later on where you're given the option to play as other characters, but it's not really an option when the Gundam models, the Keropla models you want to collect, are hidden in ways that only certain characters can get them. As we see here with Tamama, he is a different character, you know. He has punches, kicks, all that stuff, and his charge-up attack is... Bam! I don't know what it's called. It's not his jealousy beam, though. And Tamama's a pretty easy character to figure out. He's not too challenging. He's pretty simplistic on his own. Obviously, probably the most simplistic character is Keroro because he's basically emulating another game. What is that? Is that a... Oh, it's the... Oh! It's that beetle. People who haven't watched the anime or read the manga won't understand what that beetle is, but... Hell, I can barely remember anything about it. It was one episode / one part of the manga. Oh well. If anyone's interested in what this actually is, it's a manga series adapted into a anime that lasted a lot longer than the manga has. It's actually... Oh, I'll show off Momoka for Tamama here. Much more offensive. Yes. Tamama's... calling Momoka is a lot more offensive than using Fuyuki. Anyway, yeah. The anime lasted a lot longer than the... or I think it's actually still going on. This game came out in 2009. As you saw right there, we picked up, well, you might not have seen it, I was a little quick. That was Keroro's food item, and it did not give us max health. I mean, if we had taken a bit of, like, more than one bit of damage, we wouldn't be at full health. I don't know why I feel like it's necessary, but in these stages, I always find it necessary, like, I feel compulsively grabbing all the stars and gems, even though I don't use the summon characters very much, so I don't use gems. These spaces are cutscene spaces, which means we get to skip them. Because since it's in Japanese, we can't figure out the story. I have 3 minutes. Let's see if I can power through Geroro's stage. Corporal Geroro, as it were. Sergeant Tamama, or no, Sergeant Keroro, Private Tamama, and Corporal Geroro. He uses guns. Whoops. You can use them to press switches. Isn't he cool? Press a switch. Make a platform. This is where they tell you can charge up. His special move lets him do that, and it's actually probably the most necessary out of any character's special move. Because you have to use it in a lot of Geroro's stages. Not unlike, not like Tamama's crazy breath attack, as it were, that I find myself not using ever, period. Or Keroro's, transform into an item theme, which is only useful in very specific, scenarios. You can also throw grenades. As you just saw right there, these grenades can bounce. And they will hurt you if you get too close when they explode. You can use them to go over things like that. Shit. Shit, I'm gonna have to... I don't know if I'll be able to beat the stage in the time limit. Damn you to time limits! You can use them to play basketball. And kill enemies. There's no real point to actually doing that. And sweet potato. Need star. Even number. This stumped me for a while when I first played the game. If you charge up and throw his grenade, you can throw it extra high. Let's use Natsumi here. Natsumi will attack enemies on her own. We don't even have to do anything about it. She'll just go kill stuff for us. We'll get our flag. Open the door. There's a bit of cake there. It's Tamama's specific item. Beat the stage. That's it for this episode. On the next episode, we'll tackle the next 2 character tutorials and move on to the actual game. I'll see you guys next time.